What's up, guys? Has the Bitcoin bubble popped at 42,000? We're going to talk about that. We're also going to take a look at a bullish case, but we are going to look at the Dow Jones, gold, DXY, and at the end of the video, stick around. We'll look at that XRP chart, see what's going on there. You don't want to miss it. There are some very interesting indicators in this chart that I'm going to go through. Also, there's a free Discord group. If you want somewhere to hang out and talk about crypto, check it out. It's down below, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. This is my opinion, not yours. And don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. If you want to be entered to win, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Scroll down, tick that notification bell, and make sure you turn your notifications on. Also, while you're down there, hit that thumbs up and leave your comment below. I'll pick a random comment from a random video tomorrow. We do that every Sunday. That'll be the winner of the Ledger Nano S. All right, so let's take a look at the Dow Jones. We had talked about this. Let's zoom in here. If you watched my video on Thursday, I had said if we could not get back above this trend line, it was going to get bad, which it did. We actually broke through and closed below the 55 EMA. The next stop for the Dow could be down to the 28,300 area, 28,500, depending on how long. Doesn't have to go straight down. This could take weeks, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on it. So make sure you stick around, subscribe to the channel, and let's take a look at the 4-hour for gold. We had been, I'm sorry, this is the daily for gold. We're still looking for this target of 1736 for ABC correction. If it goes past that, we're looking around the 1647 area. Nothing has changed here at all. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the 4-hour. So first, let's take a look at what's going on here with this triangle we had in here in the RSI. Right here, once we broke above it, this was a bear trap. And you can see what happened after. We broke above it again here with the Elon pump. That was a bear trap also. And we have some things to look at here. We had the 35,550 range, set a break of that, and we could be going up to test that $48,000 area, or to reach that would have been the measured move. But this kind of shows you how vulnerable that Bitcoin is to just a tweet could make it pump like this. That's not a good thing, guys. Not a good thing at all. There's a lot of ways you can look at it. Don't think for a second that everything is, you know, written in stone, that it has to go this way. Bitcoin does not have to succeed. And I'm not saying it's not gonna. I would love for Bitcoin to succeed, but you got to look at the institutional investors. Elon, for example, he's not necessarily your friend. The elite stick together. We have institutions that are in Bitcoin, and we've talked about this many a times. Each pump is so they can exit higher if this bubble has popped, which I do believe it has. I could be wrong. But each time we get a pump, gives them an opportunity to sell high. If they keep selling, they will just get less and less for their Bitcoin. So they need the pumps to exit their positions. And I would figure that they would help each other out. So be careful with that. Also, if you're getting mad because of a bearish view, you're way too emotional, you're way too attached to an asset. Be careful with that, because that can get you screwed. Ask the people that bought 2017 top, they had to wait years. But anyways, this could be what we're looking at. Like I said, we got rejected again here, and another bear trap where we got outside the, or inside the triangle, pop right back out of it. Right now we're getting support on the EMAs, but this could easily flip over and go bearish, which I do believe we're gonna. I do have a target here at the 27.2 area. Not necessarily do we have to go down that far. Let's take a measured move, looking at this as a bear flag here while we're on here, and let's go this route. This would get us a target of a, if we break down from here, our target is going to be around right there around the 29.3. We could see that today or tomorrow if we don't get a pop up. If we do get back up above this trend line, which I believe we've had a bull trap up here, but if we were to get above this trend line, it could change everything. We could still go to that high, but it's not looking promising. Let me get that out of the way. This could be what we're looking at as a 1-2 long 3 all the way down to 20,000. I know we had talked about this being a possible ABC and this coming up, going up from here, which is still possible, but my opinion is we're coming back down to these ranges. Like I said, as of right now, this target's going to be around 29.3. Of course, we'll probably get another bounce, maybe up to $34,000, $35,000 range, and then continue back down. But this could be a 1, 2, 3. This here could be a big 1, 2 of wave 3. So, and then we would obviously have wave 4 bouncing back up to this direction, and then all the way back down to our target of the break of this rising broadening wedge, which is just a measured move up from where we broke down to here would get us around the 12.5. And if you remember, we had tons of resistance at the 12.5, which obviously would flip into support. So if you guys are interested in trading where it doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes up or down, you can make money either way, definitely check out Prime XBT. They got a great platform. You can set up multiple charts like this here. I have the 15-minute over here, and as you can see, the EMAs are bearish on the 15. If we come over here to the hourly, that shows bearish. We are getting rejected at the 55 EMA. If we come up here, this is the 4-hour. We're still getting support on the EMAs here, but if the 4-hour flips bearish, it'll get really bad. And then, of course, we have the daily here, where as of right now, we are getting support on the 13, or the 8, the 13, and the 21. So anyways, if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check them out. You can trade tons of different assets on here. You can trade Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything on one exchange without having to switch. And you can have multiple trades in, longs and shorts all at the same time. By far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you like all the other exchanges. If you are interested, you can use my promo code SAVY50. It'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit, up to 1 Bitcoin to use towards your margin. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. You can use them both together. And if they run out, I think they run out in like 30 days, just make a new email and start a new account and use the promos again. That's all you got to do. Another cool thing about it, they have teamed up with Paxful. So that's like a peer-to-peer where you can buy your Bitcoin. You're actually buying it from other people, and that's integrated right into Prime XBT. So check it out. Let's look at the dollar. I still believe that the dollar is going to break out of this wedge here. As you can see on the 3-day, looking at the RSI, it's pretty much broke. It looks like we're going up from here in the dollar, guys. As much fear is in the dollar. Remember, buy the fear. They're putting tons of fear into the dollar because it's crashing, going to zero. Eventually, I do think the dollar is going to fail and there will be a new system. But it looks like it's got years before that happens. So it's not going to happen overnight, guys. And if we look down here, just another indicator, looking at the MACD, it's also making a fractal. When everything lines up like this, it's pretty much gonna happen. In my opinion, this is an identical fractal, guys. EMAs are lining up the same. Everything is, all indicators, everything is a fractal here. So that is why I believe we still will. And this is the 3-day, by the way, if you guys want to check that out. Also, if we overlay the dollar on Bitcoin, I've showed you this over and over. We put this trend line at the bottom of the dollar, which we have tagged. Each time Bitcoin or the dollar bottoms here, Bitcoin is topped. Dollar bottoms, Bitcoin is top. If we raise the dollar up, every time the dollar tops, Bitcoin bottoms. Dollar tops, Bitcoin bottoms. Guys, it looks like the bubble has popped to me. Let's take a look at the monthly. Let's see where this closes today. This will be very, very, very interesting to see where the monthly closes. If it closes even where we're at now, it looks pretty bearish. Obviously, we have tomorrow to see where it closes, but it is still looking bearish in my opinion. Of course, unless we get a huge weekend pump and they get it way back up, make it look bullish again. We'll see what happens. But I've showed you guys before the indication of the top. First, before we look at that, we're going to take a look at the EMAs too. And then we got a couple more charts to look at, and then I'll look at that XRP chart also. But a lot of people seem to believe that we're in 2013 type cycle, not the 2017. Well, I don't. I believe the 2017. We will take a look at the 2013 also on the chart. Like I said, you got to stick around for the whole video to get all points of view. But as you can see, we have these channels here. We had these two humps in this rising channel before we broke up and out, but we always came back down below that second hump. We did the same thing in 2019. We did the same. I believe we're going to do the same thing here, and it could be 2022 before we see the bottom of this, possibly even longer. So just take a look at it. I mean, it's pretty obvious. We are right here, in my opinion. Let's take a look at the RSI now. Been talking about this daily RSI indicating tops. It's done it in every hyped speculative bubble, and that's exactly what we're in. So like the Elon tweet, that's hype. That was, you know, a speculative hype pushed it up. Not enough, obviously. But let's take a look at where we went here. We had each one of these, you know, we bottomed out on this trend line here. Once it broke this trend line in the daily, that was indication the bear market has began. Same thing in 2019, indication the bear market has began. We're going to also talk a little bit about how eerily similar this is to 2018. We'll talk about that. I'm going to point out a few things, but let's look at where we're at now. We broke that daily trend line. Bear market. Multi-year bear market possible. Okay, let's talk a little bit about 18 here. In 2018, right in this area when we were coming down, everybody was still extremely bullish, kind of like now. We had McAfee pumping, you know, guaranteeing $1 million Bitcoin by 2020 or whatever it was. And now we have someone a little bit more popular. Price got a little bit higher, Elon. 2018, EOS was pumping after Bitcoin had topped. Now we have Link and Polkadot pumping after Bitcoin's topped. Too many things are looking alike. Every YouTube video from the same people looks just like the ones that were around in 2018. They're saying the same thing. Another leg up, another leg up. We're going much higher. I'm going to sell my apartment or sell whatever and buy Bitcoin because I'm super bullish. Same exact thing as 2018. And the tweets, all the tweets are identical to 2018. It's almost like the whole 2018 was copy and pasted into 2021 here. This is the new 2018 in my opinion. So those people, some of the respected analysts, they started to finally call a bear market around between March and April, and I suspect the same thing's going to happen in 2021. People do think that this has to continue until, you know, the end of 2021 on that four-year cycle. I believe the cycle is past, guys. Each time here, we did come up and retest this trend line. We could still go up, you know, get another pump up to, like I said, 35, 36,000 and retest this trend line. I don't think it's going to happen yet, and I'll show you why. If we look at the 2-day, same thing. We can look at those same trend lines. On the 2-day chart, when it broke, that was indication of the bear market. This one has not broke yet. I do believe it will, but it has not yet. Let's look at the 3-day. In the 3-day, we got a bounce off of it. And you can see each time pretty much the same thing. A break of this is going to get ugly. Let's look at the weekly. Looking at the weekly, same thing. Now, here's where we might get a bounce. If we look at each time it crossed over here, we tagged it on the weekly and got a bounce. As you can see, the bounces. So we could get that here, but I do believe we're going to come down and at least tag this which again could be around the $27,000, $28,000 range. May get a nice little bounce, get everyone bullish again, so people start buying in, so the big boys can start exiting at a higher price, so they don't have to sell all their Bitcoin down here. It's just how it works, in my opinion. And let's take a look. Oh, this is the weekly again. Let's go over to another indicator. This is the MACD. So as you can see, we got the sell signal over here at this top. This is the 3-day, by the way. Sell signal over here at this top. Sell signal over here at this top. Guys, I do not think this thing is bullish. All right, looking at the log chart, you see a lot of people drawing these lines and they continue up to infinity. They can be manipulated. Just be aware of that. Now let's take a look at that 2013. So this is where people are claiming we're at after we broke the all-time high over here. This is where people were claiming we're at, which is possible. Let's take a look at the correction it had over here. They don't seem to want to talk about that part. And guys, there's a lot more money. It takes a lot more money to push this up than it took way back here when Bitcoin was under 200 bucks. So you got to take that into consideration. But let's look from the top to the bottom of the correction here was 76%. Let's go over to where we're at now. If we were to get the same correction, which I think we could get worse, like I said, 80 to 90% is usually what happens after a bull market that was a speculative bubble. But anyway, 76 will get us right around the $10,000 range. So again, guys, be cautious, be careful. This doesn't have to happen, but if you get all mad and think there's no way it can happen, you might want to check your emotions. All right, this is the bullish case. Talked about this 450-day bottom to bottom cycle. That would be around June. We could get a bounce off of one of these levels and get one more push to the high at 49,000 if, and I'm thinking this is less and less likely, if that 4-year cycle ends in December like people say it has to. But problem is, when everyone's expecting something, it's most likely not going to happen. But I would expect the bounce. The 0.618 is at 18.4. Worst case, the 12,140 range would be the 0.786, but that would invalidate this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave. If we get below this 1400, we're definitely, in my opinion, going to see sub 10,000 by the end of this bear market, if we have indeed started the bear market. But just look at this, guys. This is not healthy growth. And like I said, these two areas right here, right there, and right there, look exactly the same. I don't know. It's super obvious to me. I could be wrong, but it's looking like the end, guys. And again, we go over and look at the Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, the BitMEX funding rate. We are extremely over leveraged longs here, guys. It is looking ready to collapse, in my opinion. Like I said, we're not going to go straight down. People think this is saying we're going straight down. This is going to take a year at least to get down to the bottom if we have started the 80 to 90% bear market correction. Let's look at XRP. Everybody's getting super bullish on it again. Still bearish in my opinion. I'm still looking for 4 cents. If we are able to break above where this wave 4 was at 36 cents, the highest I see us going here would be around the 42-cent range. But it's looking less likely. I believe this is coming down to 4 cents. You know, that could come along with Bitcoin, could take a year, but I do think we're headed down to this direction, regardless of what anybody says or thinks. This is my opinion, not yours. Ink Your Image. This is my wife's webpage. If you guys want to help support the channel, definitely check it out. Links down below with the other affiliate links down there for hard wallets. All my links down there are not just pushing whatever. It's actually stuff I use and trust. So definitely check them out. But Ink Your Image, she makes lots of quality stuff on here. Blankets, face masks, aluminum signs, photo slate. We've been doing giveaways in the Discord too, so make sure you join that. But she can put pictures on this stuff, anything you want really. There's also a crypto section. Definitely check it out. Again, probably the best quality crypto stuff in the whole crypto sphere. So share it if you would too. But anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Smash that thumbs up. Leave your comment below and share the video. Thanks, guys, and I'm out.